If you're a baseball fan or if you're just a fan of this video, leave a like. If you've clicked on this video, then you want to know what it's like to live in Vero Beach, Florida along the Treasure Coast. And I will give you everything you need to know, from where to live, what to do, places to go, places to take your family when they visit. And worst case scenario, you find out that this place is not for you. So whether you're looking for your family, you're a retired couple or a retired family, or you're maybe a young entrepreneur looking for a fresh start in a smaller town to kind of get your feet wet, this video will have it all for you. So please feel free to reach out. Me and my team would love to help you relocate to anywhere in Florida. I have connections all along the Treasure Coast and all through the state of Florida. So leave a call, leave a text, shoot me a comment, direct message, email, carrier pigeon, anything you need. I'll be able to reach out and get you in the right place. So best case scenario, you love the video, you find out exactly where you need to live. Worst case scenario, you find out the Treasure Coast isn't for me, but I can help you wherever you need to go. So starting the video off, we are actually by Riverside Park, and more specifically, we're on the Memorial Island Sanctuary. As you could tell, this is a island that was dedicated to all the World War II veterans. So just being a prior military member, I like to finish my runs here and, kind of pay respects. Plus, the scenery is beautiful and it's just a great place to kind of stop and stay at. So, we're right by Riverside Park, so you could go there. They have tons of family friendly events, they have different festivals, as well as if you like calisthenics and more of that, like, I guess, fitness oriented outdoors structure. They have the Vero Fitness Trail, they have tennis courts, they have a big park, so you'll see people flying kites, flying drones, all that good stuff, as well as, like I said, the scenery is beautiful. So right here you have the Merrill P. Barber Bridge, and we are on the right side of that. So on the other side, you have the Vero Beach Dog Park, Beachland Elementary. So you'll have a pretty good understanding of what it's like to live on the island. I'll throw some clips of those up as well. But again, this is a great place to just kind of finish off your run and just pay some respects, maybe even grab a lunch and just kind of take a walk around. It's only 0.04 miles, and the houses on the other side are beautiful as well. So I'll take you right over there and you'll have a pretty good understanding of what it's like to live in Vero Beach. So as you can see, I'm outside the Vero Beach Art Museum now, and this is another great family friendly spot if you're looking to relocate to Vero Beach, and you could find cheap tickets. Pretty much majority of the tickets are free. From 17 under, you get free tickets. Every last Saturday of the month, there's free general admission between certain hours, as well as they have summer camps for kids, so they have art camps that you could go. There's also a boat, not a boat dock, but a boat ramp right behind this, and you have the Veterans Memorial Island Sanctuary. This is Riverside Park right here, so you'll see there's actually someone swinging some golf clubs, practicing his swing, and they'll do the kites, the drones, all that stuff. You also have Riverside Theater across the street from the Vero Beach Art Museum, which has everything from live music to comedy shows. So there's a lot to do, centrally located on the island, and it's right across the street from the Merrill P. Bridge. So homes around here are going to be in the 1.4 million is the most affordable home I've seen, which for the area, for the location, 2 minutes away from the beach, that's probably the most affordable home you're going to find. Okay, so we are across the street from the Vero Beach Art Museum, which is right behind this tree, but this is Riverside Theater. So you have theater and performing arts education for kids, as well as they have comedy shows, bands, theater, plays, everything you could think of right over here, and you can enjoy and buy tickets. So again, centrally located on the island. Let's take you on the other side where the Vero Beach Dog Park, Beachland Boulevard, all of those things are, so you could kind of get a feel for that area. Okay, so we are on the opposite side, and as you can see behind me, you have the Vero Beach Dog Park, which it's super well kept, super well maintained. I will say that if you are a dog lover, Vero Beach, while the dog park's super well kept, super well maintained, it's not as dog friendly as some of the other places I lived in Austin, where you could literally take your dog anywhere from bars, restaurants to shopping, and you'll see a leash in someone's hand. as well as the beaches here are not dog friendly. A majority of them say that there are no pets allowed. You will see some people try to sneak their pets on, and it just, between that and the heat, it's just an uncomfortable mixture for the pets. But as you can see, you have a baseball field right here, and then right behind where you see all these cars is Beachland Elementary, which was ranked, I want to say 378 out of almost 2,200 public schools in the state of Florida. So that's just a fun fact. And then you also have the Vero Beach Yacht Club right on the other side of this building over here. This white building right here is the Vero Beach Yacht Club that I was talking about. So you can go there, become a member, dine, have the boat there, keep the boat docked, as well as this area right here is hard to compare to other parts of Vero just because you have those established trees going over the roads. It's beautiful. The most affordably priced home in this area is going to start out at around 1 million, and I believe that's a 2-bedroom 2-bath. So that's always going to change, but you're on the island, it's highly sought after, and you're a rock throw away from the beach, and you're centrally located. So that's something to keep in mind. You're close to Ocean Drive, Cardinal Drive, which I've talked about those in a couple of other videos, so I won't spend too much time. I'll just link them, and then you could feel free to check those out on your own time. But let's take you to the other side, closer to South Beach, so you can kind of get a feel for that area, because I love this one road. I run down it every morning at 6 a.m. Sandfly. Homes are beautiful, quaint, quiet. It's close to Rio Beach, South Beach, and it's just a premier prime location. I know I said I didn't want to talk about Ocean Drive too much, but I just wanted to give you a couple facts about Oceanside and Ocean Drive, as well as Cardinal Drive. So I'm actually underneath Oceanside Grill, which is a little bit more formal, I guess you'd say. Of course, you're still going to catch people in flip-flops and tank tops. It's Florida. You have Mulligan's right across the parking lot, which just my personal opinion, you pay more for the scenery there than the actual food. But what I actually wanted to tell you guys is, I don't know if you'll be able to catch it on film, but there's a flag out there, and during the 4th of July, people paddleboard, they take their kayaks. Me and my buddy actually made the mistake of swimming all the way out there, thinking everyone was going to be swimming, but it's a little bit further than it looks. Definitely doable. We did it, but my son actually put his feet in the sand for the first time here, so it's another great spot. As well as you have Costa de Este right over there, so they have a restaurant, spa, resort type of feel. That's actually was, or currently still is, Gloria Estefan's kind of Miami inspired resort that she brought to Vero Beach because she loved it so much. But that's a little bit about Ocean Drive. We are now at Sandfly, which is my favorite area. One, because I run this every morning, like I mentioned. Two, it provides a lot of shade. Three, the homes are gorgeous. Not all the homes in Vero are in the millions, and I wouldn't want you to expect that, but just know when you live on the island, you're going to pay that price for living on the island. Everywhere around here is going to be a little bit more expensive. You have the Rio Mar Country Club, you have Rio Mar Beach, which is 5 parking spots, and it's hard to get a spot, so locals might be a little irritated that I said that. I mentioned that in one of my other videos, but that's just something to note. As well as people that live in this vicinity, a majority of them own golf carts, just because it's a short drive to Ocean Drive on your golf cart. You could walk there, run there. There was just a family that biked past me, so it still has that old Florida charm with the overgrown trees over the roadway. As you could tell, it's dirt roads, but that's just what you're getting out here. The homes are spectacular, beautiful. I just wanted you guys to kind of get a feel for the area. And if this is out of your price range, there's definitely spots that are more affordable in Vero Beach, super close to the island. We're now at Miracle Mile, and this is where a majority of your shopping will be done if you live in Vero. So you have your Publix, your TJ Maxx, your Ulta, all along this side, as well as you have your GNC, everything on this left-hand side when you're coming off the Merrill P Bridge or the 17th Street Bridge. And then you have your Dunkin' Donuts, your First Watch, your Fresh Market if you're looking for something that's similar to Whole Foods. your crumble cookies, which is brand new to Vero. Leave that debate for you guys. I know some people feel a certain type of way about crumble, but this is where a majority of your shopping will be done. If you live in Vero Beach, whether it's on the islands, it's just a short 5 minute drive over the bridge, or if you live on the mainland of Vero Beach. So, Miracle Mile, you have everything from local restaurants to more chain restaurants to thrift stores, and a bunch of different boutiques and shops that you could come to. So this is Miracle Mile. And if I was looking to move into an area of Vero Beach and I wanted to know my value was going to be held within the next 5 to 10 years, this is an area that I would look at. This is Rockridge, and it is a little bit more old Florida with the concrete block. Some homes still have the clamshell shutters, so that's just kind of something to consider. As you can tell, there's people riding their bikes, and it's a nice environment to live in. It doesn't have that suburbs feel that you kind of get more in Sebastian, but you have the three corners coming right across the street. So that is projected to last 5 to 10 years, 5 years for building if everything goes according to plan. But we know how that kind of goes when you're dealing with a big development like that. So these are concrete block homes. They're not going anywhere. You can kind of rehab them. Some of them are older, and the price point is around 350,000, of course, going up. Now we just hit historic downtown, and you'll notice when you take a drive around, everything is as original as possible. So if you look at pictures online, I'll even throw some up. They won't change much at all. Vero wants to keep this portion very family friendly, very locally owned, no chain restaurants, and kind of keep it as close to historic as possible. There's a playground right here, which is known as Pocahontas Park. It used to be a zoo back in the day, if you'd believe that. They actually had a bear there, but now it's just the children's playground. There's a shuffleball court or shuffleboard court over there, which I have not seen used since I've been here, since I've been back here. But there's a brand new pickleball court coming up on the other side. And if you ever need any recommendations down here downtown, I have plenty of restaurants that I love to go to. So you have Vero Prime, you have Blue Agave if you want some really good margaritas. You have a barber shop right there. I used to go to it, but my barber moved. So if you want barber connections as well, we could hook you up there. There's a great sushi place. I'll leave that out because it is very tight in there, and it's actually hard to get a spot right now. So those are some of the places I would keep in mind. I'll show you around historic downtown. There are home prices around the $300,000 mark. Of course, they go up, but if you see that price point around this area, it's a steal. It's been slowly climbing after COVID, of course, with everyone relocating. We're on the other side of 14th Street, so this is still technically downtown. I just wanted to get in the shade, talk a little bit more about some of the spots. So you have Post and Vine, which is one of my wife's favorite places to go. They have a pizza oven that is delicious, and I would recommend the duck if you're not afraid of salt. They also have Bocce, which is a breakfast and lunch spot, and they have mimosa specials as well. But check out their cannoli French toast. I am a kid at heart, so I have a sweet tooth like an elementary schooler. So I'll throw a picture of that up because that was delicious. You also have Taco Dive, which is right across the street. And if you're familiar with how Texas does tacos, or you're used to the real authentic tacos, that's probably the closest you're going to get without going into Fellsmere or going into even one spot in Sebastian, but originally it's the spot that was started in Fellsmere. So that's probably the closest you're going to get to actual street style tacos. They do have a place called Back Alley Tacos, which is only open at night, and it's literally in the back alley of 14th Street. It's pretty unique. They have sometimes a mariachi singer back there. That's kind of more towards the later part of the night, but it's not like most downtowns you see where it's filled with clubs, bars. It's mostly restaurants and other local vendors. Again, they're trying to keep it as local as possible. There's the sushi spot I was talking about right across the street. So if you're watching this video, you could probably pinpoint where the sushi spot is. It's delicious, affordable, fresh fish, and those are a couple of the spots downtown that I would recommend trying if you're in the area. Again, homes around here are around the $300,000 mark, so just kind of keep that in mind. Of course, they go up depending on acreage, roof, AC, all the standard things you would expect with real estate. But great spot, great location. This is historic downtown. Let's keep it moving. Another spot I wanted to shout out was the Kilted Mermaid. They have delicious grilled octopus, and this is actually the back entrance. You also have American Icon on the other side, which is a brewery and a distillery. Also, they have delicious food, not the typical brewery you're going to see. They have wall art all along this back section. And speaking of breweries, this is actually the Walking Tree Brewery logo because it's a walking tree, of course. So if you're looking for breweries, Walking Tree, definitely check that out. Another spot I'd recommend checking out would be McCanch Park. If you're looking for more of a suburbs feel in Vero, located on the mainland, this is definitely going to be your spot. So homes here were built in the 1960s and 70s. They've either been completely gutted and renovated or just made some minor modifications, just depending on the home you're looking for. They range from $750,000 all the way to $300,000. We actually just bought outside of McCanch Park for a steal. You'll see that there's actually not a lot of current homes listed on the market, especially in this area, close to downtown, 5 minutes away from the beach, just a super convenient location. Roughly 3 minutes away, you have the Vero Beach Airport, which it's mostly, or it used to be single, just prop planes, but now we're starting to get different airlines. So Breeze Airline in particular is offering flights for, I believe, as low as $59 one way to go to Connecticut, New York, Rhode Island, Virginia. So if you have family stationed in Norfolk, Virginia, and that's kind of like a big military base, you could fly out of Vero to Virginia, and they also have flight school and the flight academy. If you're a baseball fan, or if you're just a fan of this video, leave a like, subscribe for more information about Vero Beach in general. And if you have any questions, please feel free. Don't hesitate to shoot me a call, text, direct message, leave a comment below, any of those ways, and I'll be more than happy to get a hold of you guys. So I hope you're enjoying the video. Let's get back to it. One thing I did forget to mention when we were at the airport was there's actually a great spot in there where you could actually sit outside and enjoy the planes coming in, the planes taking off, and you could actually eat out there. So the place is called CJ Cannons. Could make reservations, but you could always just go and walk in there and enjoy the dining. Okay, so I hate to keep doing this to you, but it did start raining again. I believe the past like 3 to 4 videos I've put out, it has started raining, but that's what you get with hurricane season. Like I've said in every other video, I believe this year it's on track to be one of the hottest years. So that just kind of comes with hurricane season. It's just going to make it a lot worse, especially when you have that hot and cold water mixing in the Atlantic, and then you have hurricane season coming this way. It's been pretty frequent. 4 or 5 o'clock, it just starts downpouring. This is actually pretty light, but right now we are off of 60. So this is going to be like the main shopping center. So, you know, everywhere has Lowe's, a Home Depot, a Target, Bell's, Best Buy, as you can see. So it has all of those kind of chain stores that you would expect in every other city, just depending on where you're coming from. Like, for example, my wife is from San Antonio, and there's like 4 different Targets and like 10 different Walmarts. So if you're coming from like a major city like that, she definitely views it as more of that small town feel. But I'm from Sebastian, right down the road, and that's around a 20-minute drive. So people say, oh, Sebastian to Vero, that's such a far drive, which if you're used to living in a major city, that's not a far drive at all, honestly. You could be stuck in traffic for that long and not even be a mile down your down the road from your house. So it just depends on where you're coming from and where you're moving from. So again, you have kind of local shopping, all the chain, the fixer up stores, the Michaels, all that in this vicinity. You have Chick-fil-A, Panera, Panda Express, Fujiyama's, what's that other like chain, Ross, all those type of stores, all in this vicinity. So I guess you don't really need to see that in the air in this portion of the video. I'll try to get some shots, but it's all kind of the same everywhere you go. It just depends on what your perspective is on the area. So just keep that in mind when moving to Florida, and know that this happens pretty regularly during the summer. So if you're looking to move to Vero Beach and move to Florida in general, this is a common occurrence. It'll be sunny and bright, and then the next, hour later, it'll be torrential downpour. So it just depends on where you're coming from, but this is pretty normal, and you could tell from the previous videos. Okay, so we are at the mall, and before I show you around the mall, I'm actually going to go inside and get some shots just so you have an understanding of the area. But if you're looking to move to Vero Beach and you're worried about hurricanes and some of those other natural disasters that come with living in Florida, I would definitely recommend checking this area out, because it is actually on the same power grid as the hospital. So it takes first priority if anything happens, which I know if you're house hunting and you're looking for, okay, it needs to have a pool, it needs to be concrete block, new roof, new AC, power grid is like on the bottom of the list. So that's just something to know. It's a bonus if you live in this area, and if you're a snowbird or you don't want to have to worry about having that extra generator going, then this is a spot I would check out. So right off of 66, you can go down this road in front of the mall, and you'll find a bunch of communities that are on the same exact power grid as the hospital. So you guys will take first priority if anything happens, God forbid. But FPL also sets up their kind of like base here if disasters happen. So everything kind of gets dispatched from this small area, because you'll see from these shots that I'm about to show you, the mall has gone downhill a ridiculous amount. So there's still a movie theater. I believe they still have a Champs, but some of those other like typical stores you would see in a conventional mall are completely gone. I believe this mall has Casa Amigos, not to get confused with tequila, Casa Amigos, which is like a Mexican restaurant that replaced, I believe it was like a TGI Fridays or something like that. They redid the whole inside so it doesn't look the same. But if you're kind of a margarita connoisseur, I would recommend going to Blue Agave over Casa Amigos. It's, I think, better quality and better tasting, but the prices are a little bit higher at Casa Amigos. But they still have the movie theater. They still have like the Dillard's, the JC Penney. There's no like Kohl's or anything like that. So it's gone downhill a lot. The food court is pretty bad. It's just after COVID, everything kind of went downhill, and malls were one to take a huge hit once online shopping, Amazon, you could get stuff in a couple days. Malls took a huge hit, especially in the smaller cities or towns, I should say, like Vero Beach. That's just something to consider. I think it's like a church, a Brazilian jiu-jitsu place, a Champs, the Yankee like candle store kind of deal. But there's nothing, if you're looking to go to shop at a nice mall, just make the trip to Orlando, make the trip to West Palm, Fort Lauderdale, either drive an hour north or drive an hour south, and don't shop here. So you'll know if you're moving for shopping, this isn't the place to go and do it. It's more of those typical stores that can make it. So shoe stores, candle stores, church, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So if you're gonna make the drive up to Orlando, especially if you're going to Disney, stop at their outlet and avoid the Disney prices that you get with buying those ears. They sell them at discount at the outlet stores, and it's a way better price out there. So those are just some things that I would consider if you're moving to Vero Beach. The shopping here, it's not going to be the best. Even when it comes to the outlet mall right off of 95, it used to be a lot better than what it is now. I believe the Nike and stuff's gone, so some of those bigger box stores have completely left the having a retail location in a city. So you know, the smaller towns took a bigger hit, but that's just something to know when you're coming to Florida. If you want to get your souvenirs and all that other stuff, you can do that on, you know, Ocean Drive. Even you could even go to Fort Pierce and kind of go along the water there. So there's other places you can go if you're looking for like souvenirs, knickknacks, all that stuff, shopping, boutiques. Try Ocean Drive. There's really nothing downtown as far as that goes, other than the Vintage Vero. It's like a furniture type of store. So yeah, Vero Beach is not known for its shopping at all. So if you're looking for that, you know, just keep that in mind. But you know, note the power grid. That's a random fact that if you get anything out of this video, just kind of now put that in your head. So still recommend getting a generator. Other than that, let's continue on. Okay, so I'm actually inside the Jackie Robinson Sports Training Complex. Like I said, it used to be the Vero Beach Dodgers. That's where this logo comes from. Then there was the Devil Rays, Stone Crab, all those places I've mentioned. It's now a training facility for different youth events. So they have softball, baseball, all those different recreations. They have tournaments, and you'll notice when those tournaments are coming, because the gas station right down here will be full. There'll be different people from outside the country. So Canada comes down here, and you'll see youth teams playing. They hold a bunch of different events. It's a great spot just to kind of come out here, and it brings back a lot of memories. Honestly, I remember being a little kid reading books. The library used to give spring training tickets to people who read a certain amount of books. So it just kind of, you know, filled the memories back up. But it's another great stop to make, and kind of get a feel for that Dodgers history. So that's it for the video. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. If you want to know more information about Vero Beach, please don't hesitate to reach out. Give me some things you might want to know more of, and it'll help me plan for future videos and just kind of give you guys stuff that you want to see. So if you have any questions, reach out, send me a call, text, direct message, comment below, and I'll be more than happy to help you guys on your move to Florida. So me and my team are here to help you. And if you have any questions, again, reach out. I will see you guys in the next video.